Welcome back to another episode of Binge Gaming. All you sexy kittens out there tuning in, thanks for watching. We are celebrating 10 years. 10 years of binging games on our channel. And we're glad that you're here because we are about to continue our shattering of the illusions. And, giving you guys some insight into, who we are and just how the show came about and more about us. And while we are having this awesome discussion, we are continuing to beat the time trials and Shadow of the Colossus. But we are going to be answering all your burning questions that you've probably had over the years. Such as... Okay, what's the deal with sexy kittens? Where did that come from, right? I'm sure that's one of your many burning questions. Which, funny enough, doesn't have a huge story behind it. In case you guys didn't really know, a lot of content creators have a nickname that they give their audience, their viewers, their fan base. And so when we were creating our band or brand, yeah, right? What was Binge Gaming gonna call our fan base, our subscribers, right? And yeah, probably not my proudest idea, but yeah, I basically was just like, why don't we just call them Sexy Kittens? Why not? Why not? There really isn't much more to it than that. The whole premise, the whole idea behind it was it's not supposed to be like a haha funny kind of a humor. It was more of a let's make people feel a little uncomfortable at first, when they're coming in, but they'll warm up to it. It's like, hey, if we're awkward together, then people kind of loosen up a bit, and that was kind of the idea behind it. But it definitely gotten a lot of strange reactions out of it, and yeah, I totally get that. But hey, it's been 10 years, and so maybe it's time for a change. I mean, I don't know if you guys have actually noticed, we kind of remastered our intro, so I don't know, maybe this is just another thing that needs to change with the times, So let us know in the comments. Do you like being called Sexy Kittens? Do you guys vibe with that? Do you not vibe with that? Do you want to be called something else? I don't know if calling you guys bingers. All you bingers, is that too generic? I can't call you guys gamers because that's even more generic. So I mean, I don't know. What do you guys want to be called? Could go the coffee cup vibe, route with it. Yeah, do you guys want to be called some a little little espresso martinis, huh? Or maybe not martinis, but espressos. All you cappuccinos out there, are you guys all being good? All good little macchiatos. I don't know either. Let us know. I mean, we might just stick with, maybe we won't change it. Maybe Sexy Kittens is just here to stay. It's weird, and we're weird. We're all weird. Oh man, this guy's a fun fight. I don't even know what exactly he's supposed to be. The rest of the Colossus are kind of animal. Maybe he's a hippo. No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't really make sense, does it? I don't know what kind of animal this guy is. He just is. you know? He just exists. Yeah, you jump up here. Wow, this jump is... I'm having a harder time with this jump than I did, in practice. Where is my camera? What in the world? Okay, that was not part of the plan. It's not part of the plan. It's definitely eating up freaking time, though. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, but we're recovering. And we're getting back to it. And I'm getting electrocuted in the process. Lovely. Like that. Can you just jump up here, dude? There we go. Up at him. And I still can't make this jump. Wow. Okay. I guess my timing is just terrible. Okay. Now it's in the bag. Now it's in the bag. Okay. We recovered, folks. We recovered. Now I just gotta direct him. Just gotta direct him where I... There we go. There we go. There we go. Go forward. That's not forward. That's forward. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, can't wait to do this again on hard mode. That's gonna be, not fun. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm a professional, I swear. Okay. Easy. We got it, guys. We got it. Stab in the heart, and you're too late. You give Colossus a bad name. And that's another Colossus down for the count. Where on earth is my... Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all. Freaking all these black tendrils coming at me from, like... Yeah, not terrifying at all. Not terrifying at all. But yeah, guys. Alright, so... Oh, right, of course. We have another item. We have a new item. Let's go check that out real quick. Let's go check that out. That's the wrong way. Let's go check that out. Dive on in and... What we got, Dorman? What are you giving? Mask of Power? It's another mask. Does this mask do anything different? No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything different. It just is more power. More power to wander. More power with the stabby knife. Although I don't know if it actually improves your arrow damage. I actually don't know that. I think it's just the stabs. That would make sense, right? That would make sense. Well, we might as well update our fashion sense over here, right? So let's go ahead and I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Oh, there we go. It's over here. Mask of Power. There we go. Just kind of... Now instead of looking like... Now I look like the old man's mask. Oh, it's even up, like in the cutscene. Yeah, I'm like the main dude at the, near the end of the game. Whatever his name is. I don't know. I don't think the game ever tells you. Let's see, which one are we on? Is it this guy? This doesn't seem right. Is it? No. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh boy, you guys are in for a treat. This is another one of my favorite Colossus fights. I absolutely love the dragon. Love the design. I love the... I mean, the fight's really cool too. It's another aggro fight. And yeah, it's just very cinematic and epic. I mean, all of them are cinematic and epic, but this one is like, wow, this guy is massive in comparison to the others. Or at least he's a long boy. He's a long shlong, but you know, yeah. I don't know. It just really, like, it's very jaw-dropping, like, to just see, like, how big these guys get. Alright, let's get going. Come on, aggro. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy down. And, let's see, while I try and multitask, shooting this dragon down, yeah, let's continue our answering all your burning questions about binge gaming. Right. I had a list here somewhere. Where we got? Oh, here's a good one for you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys have well, I don't know if anyone's really paid attention to, or maybe, hopefully you guys tuned in, last Friday. I hope you guys did. You should have. If you did, you would have noticed, gosh, Pokemon Coliseum. Yeah, there's such a story behind that. So, yeah, it's been 10 years, like, it's sad. It actually is kind of sad that, you know, we started off really strong. You know, we did Shadow of the Colossus, we did Power Rangers, and then we did Pokemon Coliseum. But after that first week, we never went back to Pokemon Coliseum. We never posted anything more. That story just kind of abruptly ended. And there was a lot of anticipation of like, hey, when is the next episode? Like, where's episode 8? And it just never came. And it's not that, you know, it's not that we never recorded it. We recorded a ton back in the day when we started. Me and Zach made a lot of progress with Pokemon Coliseum, actually. But the reason we didn't end up posting anymore was because when we started, we just picked up Jacob. And Jacob really wanted to, like, he wanted to be introduced. And so we had to, like, kind of shift gears a bit, and that's when we changed it to Rogue Legacy. And you know, the few playthroughs we did with Jacob. And yeah, but we kind of just sat on Pokemon Coliseum. We never really we just never ended up putting any of the episodes together. Jesus! That didn't feel good at all. That was quite the fall. I go, get up. Wander, get up. Okay, well, somehow I survived that fall, and we're just gonna have to. Now I have to kind of wait for him to get himself out of sand. But anyways, yeah. So Pokemon Coliseum just kind of got put on the back burner with some other playthroughs that me and Zach had done, and so I guess I can kind of elaborate more on like the whole I don't know what you want to call it, content vault, the you know, the stuff that we had in our back pocket when we were making the preparations and like creating Binge Gaming, right? We did a lot of like research into like, well, how are the big time YouTubers doing it, right? How are they doing it? And one of the things that we learned from Game Grumps was actually, they had a whole episode that was kind of like a behind the scenes thing on just like how they create Game Grumps and make it work. And one of the things that really stood out was they had like 3 months worth of content ready to go. 3 whole months worth. And the whole logic behind that is, I know, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm like spoiling it for a lot of content creators and how they do things, but basically, well, maybe not so much nowadays, but, you know, the whole idea is, you know, it was to buy themselves, you know, time off, you know, or like, hey, if they get sick, they can afford to, you know, miss a couple of days of like actual working, right? And so like that was the whole idea, is like and so me and Zach were like, well, yeah, that makes perfect sense. We're not getting paid to like do this for a living, right? So, you know, with what available time we have together, we need to like make sure we have enough content made before we even start this channel, and that way we were able to like do it at our own pace, but like not have to worry about like, oh gosh, we're out of episodes. It's not even that we ran out of episodes, we just never had the time to put them together, the ones that we did have, and yeah, everything just kind of anyways. So yeah, Pokemon Coliseum, we've recorded a lot of episodes of, and they just kind of sat there. There were some technical issues that we ran into later on that I'm working on trying to work around and fix. But yeah, so I'm hoping, it was always part of the plan that with bringing Binge Gaming back, that a lot of those episodes would finally come out as well. We could finally finish our playthrough of Unraveled. Yeah, I guess this this segues into like a whole other topic, which was, you know, are there games, like what games can you expect us to do on the show? That's a topic, right? And this was a topic that I don't think we ever, like, I feel like we definitely kind of went back and forth on, because like, there he is. I was like, where is this dragon? Okay. Oh, bruh. Oh, that works. That doesn't work. Never mind. Never mind. I thought I could cheat the system and grab him early. No. No, you cannot. Big mistake. Okay. Well, lessons were learned. Lessons were learned. But you know what? I'm stubborn. So, you know, we're just gonna keep on... like, plucking at him. Thank God they give you a lot of time for this fight, because, yeah, you kind of need it. So, okay. So, hold on. I'm trying to recollect train of thought. So, I guess how can I go into this? Like, I guess I should back up a little bit, okay, and talk about Dark Souls 3 for a second. When we did try to be competitive, we, you know, and that was Jacob's thing. Jacob wanted us to be relevant. He wanted us to be chasing the trends, and because I mean that's what a lot of people do. You know, it's like if you're trying to get discovered, you want to be doing the stuff that is currently viral. That's just how things work. Me and Zach didn't really care about that, but with Dark Souls 3, which it's crazy to think Dark Souls 3 is as old as us. 10 years old. Well, we're slightly older, but not by much. Dark Souls 3 came out roughly around the time we started posting episodes. But we had a plan with Dark Souls 3 that, which kind of was, it was kind of against our own norm, because I would have wanted to have done Dark Souls 1 first, and then 2, and then 3, but we were like, oh, Dark Souls 3 is coming out soon, we have it pre-ordered, and we were, literally day 1 of it coming out, we were going to start recording, and we were going to push episodes out as fast as possible. But the thing about doing that, right, is like, other content creators, like, literally were putting out content because they had early access. And it's like, well, you can't compete with that then. There is no competing with that. If they had access to it first, like, who are we then? You know, like, when, like, that, yeah, so that kind of, yeah, when we found out that, and it sucks because it was Game Grumps. Game Grumps literally started their Dark Souls 3 playthrough like a week before, and we were all kind of bummed out by it. So then we were like, all right, well, whatever. We'll put out the episodes. We'll hold off on putting them out because we're not, like, why are we trying to, you know, compete with people who have already, like, taken that step? You know, it was just weird. It was weird. Trying to compete didn't work. Oh gosh, I hate this fight. Once again, the small Colossus fights, cool concept, but man, are they aggressive, and man, are they annoying to actually deal with. I think this guy's a pig or boar. That would make sense, right? I think that's what this guy is. The other one was a lion. This guy just likes ramming you. Well, I mean, I guess they both ram you, but whatever. Either way. So yeah, trying to compete, like, by chasing trends didn't quite work out. We did Unraveled because when that came out, and I was, like, really excited to do that. We do have all the episodes for that. We did play through that whole game. But then we ended up doing another weird, like, we did Just Cause 3, which was kind of, that was a playthrough that was kind of out of left field, because, again, it was like, well, what about Just Cause 1 and 2? And, like, I didn't know anything about the series to know, like, what we were getting ourselves into. And Just Cause is one of those games where it's like, it's a huge open world. I just failed that jump. I just failed that jump. I need to get back up. I need to get back up. Oh my gosh. Wow, I cannot believe I dodged that. I think I need to go back over here. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm already wasting time. Yep, wasting a lot of time. Okay. Okay. Can I recover this? Can I recover this? We're about to find out. This is not the way. I'm failing miserably. I need a medic. So yeah, Just Cause 3 is a weird one because it was a big open world, and like there's a bunch of side stuff to do, you know, which granted isn't like, I mean, that's side stuff, right? Like, is it relevant? Is it important? It put a lot into perspective of like what is binge gaming? Like, are we completionists? Are we I'll tell you right now, we are not achievement hunters. There's no. You don't need more channels being achievement hunters. You don't need more of that kind of content. That there's enough of that out there on the internet. You don't need to. That field's full. It's full. Trying to be achievement hunter is kind of that's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and plus a lot of games have like crazy achievements that are, you know, like beat the game on normal, beat it on hard, beat it on impossible, beat it within a certain time limit, and like, yeah, like a lot of that stuff is just kind of redundant in my opinion. Like, you guys don't need to see us play through games like that, and so, but I've always wanted to focus more on like, hey, let's just, you know, within reason, depending on the game, let's just 100% it. Let's just show like all the, you know, let's complete it to the fullness, because that is how you truly binge something. I mean, we're binging a game, right? So it might as well complete it all the way instead of just like, you know, skimming through it. And so, yeah, with Just Cause 3, are you gonna... Did I soft lock him? Seriously? This guy has a weird soft lock where you like... There you go. Okay, he's moving again. You like attack him at like a... Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know if he soft locked in the original. I think that might just be a problem with this version of the game. Sad. But, you know, can't expect it to be, not everything can be perfect, unfortunately. Nailed it. So, yeah, yeah, so, with the situation with Just Cause 3, like, that was the final episode. If you watch that playthrough, that was it. We put out all the episodes we recorded for it. We didn't want to go back to it. I didn't know the story enough to really comprehend it. And, well, okay, I shouldn't say comprehend. I did comprehend what was going on, but it was like I had no attachment to the story, because it was like, well, this isn't the start of the story. I don't know these characters like that to like be attached to them. And so, yeah, it was just kind of a weird, like, yeah, I don't know if we should keep doing this. And so we didn't. There was another game that I wanted to do on the show when it came out, Quantum Break. And I was like, oh my gosh, Xbox has a new exclusive title. Like, we should totally do that, right? Like, you know, a new exclusive title that's not Halo, like... That's not Gears of War. Like, we should jump on that. But Quantum Break was another weird one where it's like, you know, between every chapter of the game, you have to watch a Netflix episode that like was like alongside it, and it was a very unique game. Quantum Break's a unique game. It's a game I wanted to do on the show, but Zach wasn't on board with it, and neither was Jacob, because of how cinematic it was, how story driven it was, and the complication obviously being like, how are you supposed to commentate on a game that's that, you know, that like is cutscene centric, right? And I mean, if you guys like watched, like, I mean, even if you guys like watched our Spyro playthrough recently, like, yeah, I tried to, you know, there's an etiquette, there's like a, you know, of like, okay, when's the good time to commentate, when's the bad time to commentate, you know, like when is it okay to talk? Like right now, like there's a cool cutscene happening. Like should I like focus on that? Let that be like, let people digest what's happening in game? And so like, yeah, there was a lot of like, you know, like how is Binge Gaming handling this? Like what's important, what's not important. And yeah, personally, I think that there is always like, I feel like, you know, if it's a video game, Binge Gaming should be able to do it, regardless of what kind of game it is. Like, you know, I think that we shouldn't shy away from a game, you know, because of XYZ reasons, right? This guy's really trying to shake me off. Oh my gosh. Can you stop wiggling? There we go. But yeah, you know, like games like Assassin's Creed that have like a bunch of objectives, games like The Last of Us or Uncharted that is very story driven, like those are all great games that, you know, I think that we should totally do on the channel. I would love to do those games on the channel eventually. But yeah, you definitely have to go into it and approach it differently, I think, just because it's like, you know, you have to balance, like, are people watching Binge Gaming for the gameplay? Are they watching it for the game itself? Or are they watching it for, like, you know, the person behind the controller, the person playing, the person talking, you know? And so I guess, like, you know, like what, and everyone's different. Everyone has a different opinion on that. I don't know what your reasons are for watching Binge Gaming. If you're watching it for me, hey, love you for that, you sexy kids. Yeah. Alright, what do we got? We got a Cloak of Deception? Hey, yo! My Harry Potter now? I got a cloak, I got the invisibility cloak. Sick! I can be invisible. This is a very niche item. That's only gonna probably be used like twice, because I don't really know any other scenario where you need to like. Well, actually, I guess you could use it to sneak up on lizards, I guess. But otherwise, like, why would you really need to be invisible? Like, why do you need the aggro taken off of you in the midst of fighting the Colossus? I don't know. There's only like 2 scenarios where this like will come in handy. Maybe 3. Yeah, wow, the invisibility is really good. Like, you can barely see the outline. That's some good invisibility. I like that. I appreciate video games that do invisibility, like, well. Versus, you know, games that are like, oh, I can clearly see you're there, even though you're supposed to be invisible, which the word invisible implies, that you cannot be seen. But, I mean, I don't know. Well, with that, I think we're gonna wrap up our episode because those three took a fat minute, and I can already tell looking at the time and looking at what we have left. These last two are gonna give me a run for my money. So we're gonna call it another episode of Binge Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys like. And we'll catch you all next week for some more shenanigans. Y'all be good now, you little macchiatos.